Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ESL Pro League, day number 2. We're kicking things off with a bang. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, but you're not alone. Alongside you is the world. The world is watching, so shout out to Intel for being one of our main partners for this event, allowing everything to happen. Either way, we're going to jump right into this one. I'm Hugo. Joining me again is Harry. And we've got our first game of the day. It's Fnatic versus Liquid to kick things off. Following that will be FaZe Luminosity here on the B stream. What are your expectations early on for Fnatic Liquid?
I think it's going to be a good game, I'll be honest with you right now. Liquid playing with a stand-in always going to be a little bit of an issue, right? But Fnatic, kind of a team that they've been doing very good on the online stages of games, right? You know, they finished first in ECS, they finished first in Pro League. So I'm curious now to see if they can keep that performance up, right, moving into the LAN environment. A lot of pressure for these guys. They just come off of I think it was a third, fourth place finish at WESG, which, not really as good as I think what we expected from them when you look at the teams that were there. It was actually I think, was it Ukrainian mixed team that managed to do it.
That's an event they really should have won.
Yeah, definitely, right? So looking at that, I think they were expecting to walk away with that a lot better than they did. Coming here, I think there's a lot on their shoulders, and coming into this versus Liquid, a team that's currently bottom in the group, it would be fantastic if they could win this out and propel themselves up the board a little bit. Yeah,
for sure. And let's have a look at that board as well. Let's see what's going on the standings and see how the teams have been playing yesterday. We have got them on your screen for you now. Very upside down, Harry. Break this down for us.
I mean, this is exactly what you expect to see, right? This is the standard, Hugo. Of course, we
the classic North 3.
Over in Group A, you got Hellraisers top of the board. That was expected from day one. Fnatic coming in close second. Astralis in third. FaZe, they've been struggling to get out of groups time and time again. So they're going to be in fourth, bottom of the board. Liquid playing with the stand, and Azus has been hitting them hard. Group B, this is the one that's most interesting. I don't think there's any denying it. Feels like it's upside down, right? I mean, it feels like when you came into this, you weren't going to say, "Oh yeah, Misfits, Optic, and NRG are all going to go 2-1 in the group stage," and then it's actually SK, NIP, and North that find themselves in this sticky situation. In particular, North, right? I think that there's actually no way they can do it. I don't know.
That's correct. They can't. They can no longer get out of the groups, but they still got to play the matches. That being said, take into account SK have only played 2 games, so they're 1-1. They could easily get a second win and be on par with everyone else. But still funny to see Misfits, Optic, and NRG, as you said, do so well. This is something that we're going to be looking to see if this continues today. But we're sticking with Group A for the time being, and to see what we've got coming up later as well, let's have a look at the schedule, find out what our order of the day is. As we said, Fnatic versus Liquid to start things off. FaZe Luminosity second. And while I would usually say this doesn't really matter, Luminosity proved to be a strong contender yesterday, putting up a lot of rounds versus Astralis. Let's see if they can continue that as well up against FaZe. It's definitely a harder opponent, as FaZe are playing with their full roster and looking very good coming into this event, but there's always a chance either way. The third game coming up as well is going to be FaZe Hellraisers. Lots of good Counter-Strike here, Harry. Lots of good stuff for us to watch.
I mean, yeah, it's as good as it gets, and then there's time at the end for us to squeeze in some tiebreakers if there are any. You got to love them, and I imagine there's a good chance that we could see some, Hugo. Just because, with how the scoreboard has shaped up, everyone's very close together, especially with the new point system, to try and eliminate some of these tiebreakers that we would have. It might actually cause us to have a couple more. I feel like this time around, right?
I think this is something we were saying, right? With the groups being so shaken up, now if the teams that were supposed to show up yesterday actually do show up, it should flip back on its head, therefore meaning we have far more tiebreakers. Either way, we have no idea. We'll get to that later. That's a whole nother story. But for now, let's look at the rest of the schedule for the day, see what's coming up later on, and that'll be brought to you by Jackie and Snoz. Some very good games on there, I've got to say. North Optic, that's a banger to kick things off. Magis Boy up against his whole team.
Yeah, no, there's so much going on here. I mean, if you're an SK fan or an NIP fan, you get to see them play a whole bunch today. 3 games of NIP going on at once over on the mainstream. SK, you have to swap between the two, but they're going to be playing a lot as well, and it's always fantastic to watch those guys. I was going to say tear through opposition, but they have been struggling a little bit thus far. I imagine we're going to see them pick things up, though.
Oh, well, hopefully, yeah, at least. But let's talk about this game, right? So for Fnatic Liquid, the map is going to be Mirage, for those wondering as well at home. So this is quite an interesting one, right? Mirage, to me, is like this classic Swedish map that all Swedish teams love. But if you actually look at it, again, stats are only stats, but if you look at it, this is Fnatic's most played map. It's also their second weakest map, aside from Nuke, which is their Insta-Veto and they've never played. It's actually Overpass, which they've had the least success on. and then it's Mirage, despite it being most played for them. That's a really weird stat to have as a team, you know, especially with them being so successful in online play, as you said.
I feel like a lot of that comes from it being, like, historically it used to be a very good map, right, for Fnatic, and it's one I think they keep trying to go back to. It's like familiar ground, right, but then they play up against teams that you know, are doing very well at the minute. They struggle on that map, and then that's why we kind of see this low, might be like a low win rate, right? But it's still a map that they're very well practiced on. If you're a team that, you know, maybe isn't kind of near the upper echelon of Counter-Strike right now, then it's one that they could very easily pick you apart. And I think at WSG we opt to see them play that a fair bit there as well. Yeah. And generally speaking, they did quite well on it. So yeah, you know, I think for Liquid, it's going to be tricky, especially when you look at the fact that they're playing with this stand-in. And it's Mirage. That is I think it's a good map for Fnatic.
For sure. I mean, the only real advantage here for Liquid is the sense that, well, not even advantage, but just equal playing ground. They do like Mirage. It's their most played map. So it's not the end of the world for Liquid, but Fnatic are coming into this one looking very strong. We'll see if that continues. Again, WSG, they had a stand-in for Crims. He's back this time, Harry, so we will have the full roster. And we're straight into this, into the pistol round. Fast up short for Fnatic. Bomb as well, taking a risk, leaving mid so open, but Liquid, they've got a man on short to defend. The Liege, 1 kill, it's traded, but there's still 2 more left on B.
They did opt to stack this B bomb site a little bit early on. JW doesn't care for that. They haven't finished clearing it, though. Nitro could deny the bomb plant as he peeks out, doesn't get anything done. He's still alive, causing some problems over towards bench. But now, players peeking on into him. He's going to get dropped by Flusher. It all falls to JDM, who's going to get instantly tagged down to 3 HP, finished off by Crims. Fnatic, they will find themselves the pistol round. And that was quick, it was clean, and it was bit of a masterclass there from Fnatic early on.
Yeah, mistakes made from Liquid. They had the triple B stack in play. They had Nitro playing that bait, but he wasn't able to get anything done. Would have been nice to see him try and stop the bomb plant, but there were players and apps to watch out for. Fnatic had completely crowded that bomb site with 4 men up, so difficult to pick a target in that situation. Either way, a lot of potential, but nothing comes of it. It's Fnatic now to put in money into the rifles and a few SMGs again. Very fast pace once more. It's JW. He looks to just exploit connector. He's already inside of it, just seconds into the round. But Nitro's close, and this time he should miss, and he won't. AK dropped and he upgrades. That's the only AK in the server taken by Liquid, as well as a kill dropped by a Liege. Suddenly, they're in the driving seat.
Yeah, 2-man advantage taken here for Liquid very early on, and JDM still lies in wait for them over there in the ladder room. Can drop down onto cinder blocks, which is what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and exit into the window, actually. Golden pushed up in the ladder. Have to go blow for blow with JDM. Doesn't have armor to work with. Fnatic. And the other 2 players, Crims and Flusher, up into apartments. God, I feel like that smoke wasn't intentional. Now they start to make their way in. And there are going to be 2 players here. It's Zeus and Nitro to try and hold the fort. Nitro has that AK taken earlier on. Zeus going to go down to the nade. Now Nitro has to try and step up and buy time, but instead he'll step down and get shut down by Crims on the entry. 3 versus 3 in the bomb plant. Only going to do the man to get that down, and at this point, Liquid are going to be up against it. They start to make their way in. Crims, a master with this UMP, going to be on 3 frags, wants to try and hammer this round home. He will take himself a 4th. That's money made for Fnatic. They go ahead and keep 3 players live. It was looking problematic, but they get back on top of the situation. And actually, Crims ends up with a lot of money as a result.
Yeah, again, a lot of potential for Liquid taking a 2-man advantage, but it's the B site that they leave open. Fnatic easily able to waltz in, and I understand the idea behind that play for Liquid. Once you have 2 men up, again, considering you're not very well equipped on players like JDM, there's no reason to be taking fights in middle and looking for heavy mid control. Give it away to Fnatic, but they weren't stacked up on the B site enough. Fnatic were easily able to just walk on in, and that's their round, and it looks like we may have another one as well, unless USPs prove to be deadly. Zeus's does. JW dropped in mid, but everyone else coming back towards the A site. Luckily enough, it's stacked, but still, I'm not too worried for Fnatic. It's 1 man down, the gun's not been retrieved. 2 players up for Liquid to try and hunt things down now. And Fnatic, they're just cleaning house. Crim's not even peeking, he doesn't need to. It's his team getting the job done. And Nitro, he's last man up. This should be a clean 3-0 for Fnatic before we see the buy from Liquid.
Yeah, it would be an impressive clutch from Nitro here if he manages to pick this up. He's able to always jungle. It's not looking likely. They're going to start to come his way. Golden. Going to get rid of him. That's a 3-0 start for Fnatic as they convert all all 2 rounds on the back of the pistol. But now that buy can come in. And JDM, he's eyeballing the AWP, has enough money for it. He saved just for the occasion, so he kind of feel like he's going to go ahead and grab that early on. There will be no such luxury up for the Swedes. So there you go, rifles across the board. JW opting for the AK in this scenario. Gonna get flashed back. They do lose out on Letcro. JW now trapped here alone. Doesn't want to give away 2 frags. Quick flick, but Elige finishes him off. And man advantage maintained here for Team Liquid. Now there's a man up in Palace for Fnatic to worry about. Nitro. Able to find Flusher down in Connector. It all falls to Golden and Crims very quickly. The Swedes have their backs firmly against the wall. JDM. Gonna be playing it from CT. As Tag low, has to be careful. 1 shot's all it takes, but it's the same either way with the AWP. Crims goes down, and that will be Liquid go ahead and take 1 straight back as they find that first rifle round. And that's it. Very, very good start there, I think, for them. The early aggression up in a Palace to find those opening 2 frags. Well maintained as well. Didn't want to overextend, risk throwing anything away. They play it safe. Fnatic are forced to try and make a play to find an equalizer. That was Flusher down in mid. He gets dropped by Nitro. And from then on in, things just get better and better for them.
Now they go aggressive again. It's the AWP in mid. JDM, though, caught out. And Letcro, look at that aim. Takes down Elige as well. Tries to come in for support after the death of his teammate, but no, it's not enough. And Fnatic, a quick 5-on-3 taken. This pace of this match has been so fast, and we're only 4 rounds in, but it looks like it'll slow down for Crims. He gets shot down, as does Flusher coming out of the Palace. Good shots found, and Nitro through the smoke lands another, maybe more. Nitro, this is ridiculous. And he gets himself all 3. Twist rounds up with a couple more frags, and Fnatic, it doesn't even matter. A 5-on-3 apparently won't mean a thing. What are we watching, Harry?
I mean, Nitro is just the true smoke warrior, you know. That was, what, 3 kills to a smoke? Nearly a 4th as well, but then luckily enough it was picked up by the man down in CT. Liquid looking good early on here. The Swedes, they've gone for a partial buy on the guys that can afford it. Letcro has himself a Deegan armor, but look at this from Elige. He's already up in top mid, just running around like it's nobody's business. There's nobody from Fnatic here to keep him away. Bomb's going to start to rotate back through T-spawn, and Elige, well, he's posted up in a perfect place to drop this bomb. Golden has got no idea. Tags him a bit, but that's bomb drop. Liquid going to take that all day long. Oh. Going to get himself a second. Letcro will be able to finish it. Maybe a second for him. There we go. Made things a little bit costly here. Their aggression starts to get shut down. Now Nitro comes in with the pincer, and that's going to be it for Letcro as he finally gets snuffed out. Now the buy comes back in for Fnatic, but this aggression from Liquid is something they need to get on top of quickly. Because you can see that, you know, Liquid, they're not waiting around. They're not giving any respect away to the Swedes.
Well, again, neither are Fnatic. They're going so fast. They're bursting every time they go into these buy rounds. So now I want to see a slower approach from Fnatic. Hold a default early on. Let Liquid take all that map control and try and punish them if they go aggressive towards the top and middle, like Elige in that previous round. You know they've shown it pretty much every round so far, so they may do it again. And yeah, exactly, Fnatic play into it. They hold passive. Aside from Flusher push down the apartments, everyone else is holding on this T side. They're waiting for Liquid to make the play, and Elige attempts it, but JW will force him back out of the window room. Fnatic are not given much room themselves. We see that force back from Flusher. He can't attempt any heroics up in the apartments thanks to that Molotov down, so Liquid have stabilized at least for now, and they've not lost that early man, even though Elige got caught in the window room. Now Fnatic, they need to group on up. We've still got this aggressive positioning, though. Again, I mean, it's every round. Twist is pushed up in Palace. It's good, though, because Fnatic have no idea. So as they look towards that A bomb site once again, Crims is going to have to clear this out. He's checking the angles, but will he find a shot? There it is. Good stuff. As now Fnatic, they have the man advantage, and with that, they should surely hit the A site. But Liquid know what's going on. They've pre-rotated players over. Nitro's moved back towards the CT spawn. We've got Zeus alone now on B as he pushes in through the apartments. That's exactly where Flusher waits. So if they lose this man, surely Fnatic just have the round because they can quickly send that bomb up short and B is empty.
It all falls onto Zeus. She's going to get hurt. Flusher through the smoke finds that. Okay. Nitro does get one back. Right now, all the kills coming in through smokes. Doesn't leave much for us to keep an eye on. All we can do is sit back and admire these plays. And right now, man advantage up for Fnatic. Bomb plant going to come in over here towards B. Nitro starts to wrap around from behind, but Crims is posted up there. He's going to be very quick. He's had a bit of an itchy trigger finger since WSG. He wasn't able to play there, but now he's back in full swing. Elige, though, comes on in for the retake. Going to be in with the first. Lecro gets shut down. JDM 1v1 versus Crims. The man who, as we said, had to sit things out at WSG now. Gets burnt out into the open, but he does it. 1v1 and 1 HP on the man. He gets it done.
That is ridiculous. I thought that Molotov would seal the deal. It either forces him back into the apartments where he can't stop JDM from sticking the bomb, or he has to commit to it and go for the fight. But JDM wrapped around the right angle, so I was really worried that Crims would just run through the molly and burn to death. Good round nonetheless for Fnatic as they find their 4th on the board, and that puts Liquid on eco after even 2 in a row, not being enough to build up money. It was costly. Fnatic did put up 3 kills. Oh, sorry, 2 kills. Yeah, no, 3 kills in the by 2 rounds ago. So Liquid have hardly made these anti-buys or anti-ecos clean at the very least. They're now down to just CZs, P250s, and bits of armor placed across some of the players. Fnatic, though, heavy into middle. Top mid taken. Golden's coming out through the underpass in the meantime as well. Got to watch out for this heavy connector stack. There's 3 players here from Liquid. No flashbang, though, so they can't just burst into middle. But with JDM pushing up short in the meantime, we may just see a fast mid burst. Just some control try and be taken. But with so many Fnatic players poised and ready, this is a dangerous attempt for Liquid. So they just hold on. They don't want to give away anything for the time being. Allegia's already tagged. But Fnatic, they have the Molotovs and the HEs to clear out connector. They'll flash Golden in. But he won't find a thing for now.
JDM gets their attention. Now Elige goes pushing on out. Does take 1. JDM nearly finds Lecro as he gets tagged down to a measly 12 HP. Has to go ahead and get the hell out of mid. There is an AK down there for them to retrieve. JW going to go in to make sure they don't get their hands. It's actually a Galil. JW takes that for free. Tries to get out of there. Zeus going to be the man to do the damage, but Nitro finds the frag. The bomb site will be taken once again, but things aren't looking too bad here for Liquid. They've done damage. Lecro's 1 shot away from going down. Zeus has himself a Galil. But now they've lost Nitro. Crims in the back line can shut this whole thing down. Goes in the mid. The cleanup crew is in, and it's Crims. That's Fnatic. They're going to get themselves a 5th round there, Hugo.
Yeah, they're just playing very reactively. It's nice, you know. They set up towards mid, just go, okay, we'll just default this. We'll see what Liquid throw in. They go for heavy mid control. They have all this presence and connector and window. Fnatic spot it. We trade kills back and forth, and they just go, well, we'll just hit B because Liquid won't have players there. They have too many near the connector and the A bomb site, so B should only have a max of 1 player, and there was no one. So, yeah, Fnatic, nice reactive play, and they take the B bomb site, take themselves another round. But here's where Liquid are into guns, and AWP up on JDM as well. He's had good performance so far with it, but will he be able to continue? Because Fnatic, they've off to a strong start on the T side. Liquid, they want to change that. Nitro spots the first player up in Palace, but it's Elige to take the kill. JW doesn't expect the closer angle, so he sits tight and he goes down. Fnatic again lost the man, and lost 2 as well. Crims dropped on ramp. Good start for Liquid, but they've thrown away 5-on-3s before, as have Fnatic. Can't afford to do the same again because we're out of utility, we're out of kits, and we're out of money for Liquid if they lose this round. They've got to throw in the eco and allow Fnatic to run away even further, so they need to keep this stranglehold strong. So they send a player deep into ramp. JDM still posted on the apps, but he'll just miss his shot and fall back. Fnatic trying to find themselves a pick, but there's nothing being given up to the plate here by Liquid.
Question now is, what do they do? They've gone ahead and moved everyone into mid. They've only got 40 seconds here, so they're going to be boosting Flusher up into window. He's a man who, when he gets into the back line, he can do some serious damage. Nitro going to be waiting for the cross. Oh, Lecro and Golden going to start to make their way in a connector. Elige lies in wait inside of the site. You've also got Twist on ramp. That could be a real difference maker. Playing the more aggressive angle. Not sure they're going to be entirely ready for this. Lecro on the entry has to check the site. Luckily enough, Elige presents the frag. Lecro's going to do it. Finds himself 2. Nearly 1 through the smoke, but it's Flusher and Golden to mop up the remaining players. JDM is going to be wondering where it went oh so wrong for Liquid in this round. Head in his hands. The last man over on short. 1v3. It's not meant to be. JDM going to go ahead and save in T. And that'll be a 6th round for Fnatic.
And this is the exact way that Liquid threw away around just 3 prior, when they had that eco, when they had a 5-on-3, and they'd taken 2 kills and taken guns from Fnatic. They instantly just settled back with a, okay, right, we have double man advantage. Let's just give away all control to Fnatic. Give them all the map control they want, because we have the man advantage, right? Surely we'll just take this when it comes down to trading in gunfights. But no, Fnatic are not a team you should be giving control to. Liquid need to play far more disrespectfully if they want to continue to contain Fnatic in these man advantage situations, because again, another 5-on-3 Liquid could get themselves into, and Fnatic are just given the access up into window, given the access up into connector, walking towards the A site, and well, I was going to say trade effectively, but they didn't even need to trade. Just double entry from Letgo and a clean-up kill from the rest of the team. Just perfect for Fnatic, and Liquid giving far too much away.
Yeah, I mean, now for Liquid, they've got the AWP on JDM. That could be the only thing that can get work done. They've already lost Zeus as he stood inside a B alone.
I feel like putting your coach alone on a bomb site is always a bad idea. I think Liquid have learned that as well.
I mean, they took the gamble. They tried stacking over towards mid and A in the hope that that's where the play would come in. They lose Zeus, not really too worried, but that's where things get tricky. Now they've lost the AWP down in mid. They were hoping to try and hold on to that, as now very quickly it all falls to Twist. Who's oh, that was nice. Okay, gets one with the dig. Where's the AK? There it is. He's been able to get himself the weapon off from Tetris, but Crims finishes him off anyway. That's the AWP carried forward, taken out the hands of Liquid as well. And well, they will be able to buy one up once again, but they will have to forego the armor behind it.
And Harry, you said it yourself, Crims coming off the back of not playing WESG, been inactive for a little bit. Now he's back. He really is bloodthirsty. 14-4 so far into this game. Electro 13-6. Some great performances from the 2 players of Fnatic. I mean, this is a roster full of firepower. Even the cooler Golden, he can certainly put up numbers. We've seen him do it before, so it's a scary team, as most Swedish teams are, and Liquid is certainly seeing why. With only 3 rounds on the board, this is far from optimal for Liquid. Again, they're yet to win an entire map in this event so far, which is slightly worrying. Actually, sorry, no, they've got 1 OT win. I'm wrong. But they have 2 losses as well, so they're very close to being eliminated or mathematically being not able to get out of this group. So they've got to be careful. This is a big game to win for Liquid. I'm not going to say there's a guarantee they can't get out if they lose this, but it's going to look very, very difficult. It all depends on how others play. That's the thing. It all depends on how the standings go. But this is probably an elimination game for Liquid if they don't pick it up. So there's a lot of pressure on the line.
I think the way that you describe it is this is the game that allows them to be in control of their own destiny, right? Whereby they don't have to rely on other people not performing. But the pressure's on now. Fnatic, they have a 4-round lead. And the danger is there for them to keep on extending it. The economy of Liquid never really given the chance to pick on up. Flushy, you can tell he's feeling confident. He's all the way over here towards B on his own. And there are, what, 3 players here to try and keep him away. Ali's going to go ahead and sense that something might be awry as he starts a rotation off over towards the A bomb site. Nitro on stairs has to step up. They're going to come walking his way. Nitro still just waits. Nitro takes the peek. He's fully flashed. That flashbang wasn't ideal. Luckily enough, it hits Nitro just as hard. JDM falls down in CT. Zeus able to go ahead and get Flusher inside of that B bomb site. JW, though, not slowing down just yet. Going to be with a second. Wants to try and make it 3 as Twist resides down in CT. Okay, JW, that's a 3rd. The hat-trick comes in, and Zeus, well, he's so used to watching over the team's shoulders in these scenarios. Now he's got to be the one to try and do it, and he will go down a golden. Fnatic, they find themselves in 8th round. There's no money left for Liquid to go ahead and buy up into this round. They can partial buy down at $2,000, which you imagine is what we're going to see happen. Maybe JDM doesn't. But yeah, they will be partial buying down what they can. Keeping money up on JDM so he can get himself the AWP into the next round. But right now for Liquid, they had a bit of a winning formula early on, Hugo, and since then, Fnatic, they've figured them out. And now they're counterplaying it perfectly.
That they are. Looking to do the same again. It's going to be a standard A smoke attack. Although knowing Fnatic, they might not even smoke. They might just run into the bomb site and get the entries. Again, Liquid don't have a whole lot to show for this one. Ali, he's set towards middle, so while he can do work from jungle, that's a jungle smoke right there being thrown by Crim. So that will be cordoned off. Smoke's flying on in for Fnatic. Commitment coming out. We've got nothing for Liquid. No armor aside from Twist, and luckily he is at least poised on the correct bomb site for the time being. As Fnatic, they sneak their way in, playing very slowly. JDM spotted, great flick from JW, looks for more, and he takes his teammate down as well. Electro dead, that's not what you were hoping for. But you can see it coming. Still, Twist has to defend, and he does put up one frag, but with that, he gives away his position and gets tagged. However, Fnatic, they've slowed down. They're not as confident as they were earlier in the round. JW's re-picked up that AWP. That means a rifle is left down on ramp. He's going to try and retrieve it, juggle it around, move them. He's actually throwing the AWP away and stuck with the rifle. Safer decision up against so many numbers of Liquid, but the rest of Fnatic, they're walking into B.
I mean, look at this wrap from Twist. He's all the way up at a palace. He can hear JW rotating off. He can hear there's only one man here as well. So now JW now has to worry about so many different angles. That bomb actually going to start to make its way into middle. JW's been tagged very low. This makes the scout on Elige very deadly. And it's even deadlier for Crims as he takes one to the dome. He's going to go down. 2 versus 4 now. And Twist in the backline, brought it up earlier on. Okay. Now this is where things get tricky. There's only 10 seconds left. The bomb could very easily go down in connector. And it will. Zeus drops it. That's the round all said and done. JW has to try and save, and he's not going to be allowed to do it. Twist is there. Liquid, they will manage to get themselves another round, and it's in a round where they didn't really have much behind them. They had the scout and Elige, couple of players with armor. That was really it.
One player on armor, yeah. They really had nothing. That round, that kill turned the round, on its head onto Letcro. As soon as Letcro is dead, that's the entry down, and then that's Fnatic, giving away their man advantage that they took prior. Then Twist follows up, drops a player coming out of the palace, and then it starts to fall apart. Fnatic lose confidence, they have to back off, and the regroup did not work. Liquid had so many men committed to that A site. Fnatic walked into B, they may have found the round, but they decided when they sent the player up through underpass. Either way, it's fast into middle, and Elige is ready again this time. It's going to be the first kill coming out from Liquid. And they take the man advantage twofold as well. Traded eventually by JW, but still Liquid are in the control for now. And a nice shot from JDM going to stop JW in his tracks. 2 men left up for Fnatic. These rounds have been so quick, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, life comes at you fast, but Fnatic come at you even faster. Golden holds down over in mid. He's here alone. Flush up. Over in apartment's going to start to push on in. Nitro holds it though with the AWP. If he slow peeks across, his chances of surviving are extremely low. Golden, not a parkour man. Misses that jump down into window. Once again, a monstrous flank from Twist. He gets so much information from this. Has cleared out all of Rap. Knows they're not coming in from that angle. Allows JDM this rotation off as Twist has cleared everything out. This play's been read perfectly. Fnatic going to be walking into a stack. Golden, all the pressure's on him now as he starts to peek on in. Zeus will be posted up to try and shut this down. Flash rains through. Flush has fallen. Golden, 1v4 would be needed. Zeus actually manages to find it as he drops the Swedish IGL. That will be a 5th round now for Liquid. They're starting to claw a couple back towards the end. You got to give Zeus some respect. Yeah, it hasn't been playing, considering it's been a while.
It has.
And he's been so used to being in that coaching role. He's actually been doing all right. Keeping up with JDM and Twists right now. Admittedly, they're not having the performances of their lives.
Yeah, I mean...
There's a lot of respect away the man just for stepping in when they need him to.
Yeah, it's good to see as well. It's nice to have a team that has a coach with competitive past, right? Obviously, some teams do, some teams don't. This is a talking point yesterday, Optic, right? Let's look at them. Imagine if they get stuck in a situation where they have to use I'm a Pet to play. Like, I don't know his playing history. All I know is he's never been a pro. So, to throw him in the coach role, then to a player, I'm not sure how good he is. That could certainly be something to hold them back. But no, it's not a massive drop off. Zeus has certainly had experience playing, so he can bring that to the table, as well as maybe even cooling, because we have that whole mess with Steel not being able to play right now. So all the cooling has changed, unless Nitro is doing that once again, because obviously he was doing it towards the latter stage of, before Stan got removed from this roster right after iBuyPower. Either way. Wow. Nitro. Not much you can do about that, Flusher. He's dead in the palace, or the apartments. He's been taking a lot of control there, but this time it will get shut down. And Fnatic, they've got to look towards new areas of the map, and that being mid. JW comes out from the underpass, 2 towards top as well, with Crims again back in the palace. It's the same default Fnatic have been running this entire map. Just setting up, playing off information, playing reactively, and now with that B player lost and a mid player found, Fnatic's certainly going to look towards A, at least for the time being. Bomb wrapping in through the spawn as well. We've got JW backing off of underpass. He'll be coming back into the B apps just to show presence, try and keep Liquid at bay. We've been seeing Twist with a lot of aggression up towards A. Zeus occasionally pushing B apps. So Fnatic want to make sure that Zeus isn't up in the B apps. He hasn't cleared out T spawn. He's not waiting for Fnatic to set up the smokes with Liquid with 4 men on the A bomb site. But this time that's not the case. There's no aggression from Liquid aside from a close position from Twist. And Fnatic, they are going to be grouped, ready to go on this A-bomb site. 2 out Palace, 1 out Ramp, and we've got Lekro with the AWP splitting through Connector.
Twist holds aggressive. You already have Zeus started a rotation round, but Twist just going to start to peel off. He hears that scope. Grim's the man on the entry, opens up down the ladder. Twist goes down, and now Zeus, the coach, he's been left for dead too as well down in CT. He'll fall, and that is the round to go the way of Fnatic. 9-5. Straight back on top of things. The reset comes in for Liquid now. And this is where, you know, it's looking good for Fnatic to find a 10th here. Take a 10-5 half.
Exactly the time to do it with Liquid having such low money. Again, we look towards that AWP to be the man to make the difference. We've had a Legion Twist step up from time to time, putting up big frags when needed. Fnatic focus back on middle once again, and Liquid, not a lot of control. We have a Liege boosted up into the Cinder block, and he can wrap back into the ladder room as well if needed, which he will. Heavy now towards B for Liquid's side, so got to be careful of that for Fnatic. They aren't focused just yet. No one up on A. That's the only issue, right? With the amount of aggression we've been seeing from Twist, I wouldn't be surprised if he just takes control as soon as Fnatic has spotted Heavy in mid with that bomb. The issue is, Liquid aren't spotting mid. They only have a Liege on that boost. So JDM trying to hunt for a pick in the apartments in the meantime, and Liege is going to be backed out into the ladder room. Fnatic given so much presence here once again. It's a mistake you can't afford to make if you're Liquid. This may come back to haunt them unless a Liege can go massive on short.
Oh, okay, that's enough. He might do it. Finds himself too. The trade will come back in from Lekro. JDM still alive, still causing problems. JW's left 1 versus 3. Down in Connector. Twist going to start to make his way towards window. JW holds the angle. The timing here could be pivotal. JW gets it now. 1 versus 2. Zeus and JDM both on AWPs here. The bomb's going to be allowed to be retrieved from JW. You goes ahead and grabs that. From here on in, he could just hit this A bomb site. It's left completely open. Normally a man who has very good reads in these one-on-one, in these clutch scenarios rather. He fakes the jump down. They didn't hear it. They haven't fallen for it. He's going to start to wall sap towards short. Zeus lands it, and Liquid, they manage to find themselves a 6th round. They recover there. It's looking like a bit of a dismal half, but they've brought it back to a respectable scoreline. Can they bring it back in the second half?
The second half is upon us. Liquid versus Fnatic. Fnatic moving over to that CT side after a very strong T half. As you said, Harry, Liquid brought it back to a more respectable scoreline, but they're going to need a little bit more if they want to take the victory here, because Fnatic, they're second top of the group right now. They're looking good. They've still got a long road ahead of them. Oh. Well, that's certainly a start. Letcro takes down a Liege in the underpass. Another man advantage up for the CT side. Liquid's entire strategy seems to have crumbled behind that, so the bomb's completely wrapped from what was a B play is now an A play. Although potentially that could have just been the underpass split with a Liege dead from that exact position. They don't want to lose the bomb in that tunnel, so they send it up through ramp. With Nitro coming out of the Palace in the meantime as well, Fnatic don't have a lot of A defense. Only 2 players here, and Golden's playing for retake. Good enough for Fnatic to play with a man advantage, but they've got to keep it that way as Liquid hunt for kills.
JDM takes it up close, going to find Crims. Now JW rotates it. Okay, that's fast. Wants to try and get a little bit more, but will be shut down. And now Letcro and Golden. Now the 2 left for Fnatic. Man advantage up for Team Liquid. Bomb plant can come in. They boost up Golden. Doesn't spot anything from his tower. Twist finds the first and the second. Mops them up all day long from CT. And that is Liquid to win out the pistol. From here, Hugo, they could very easily find themselves going 9-9.
Certainly. Again, I want to see how Fnatic approach this force buy at least. We've got Liquor already buying up, just checking everyone is, as you would expect. This team putting in money. And Liquid, they take it safe as well. Triple AK coming into this round. CZ, UMP. So they're playing things safe themselves. They don't want to take too many risks with having a lot of SMGs. Tongue twisters all across the board. But Liquid fast into middle this time. Flash over and just heavy control. Bomb drop towards the top as well, so they can go back and retrieve that if need be. But Fnatic, they are not putting too much focus on mid. Only 2 Deagles in play. Crims and Golden, both sat on A. And Fnatic just allowing Team Liquid to take all the control they want. They're going to hold down the sites instead. Even JW in window not peeking, he's just trying to bait for information or just hold off passive, waiting for the boost. And now Liquid, with no pick being given their way, they decide to take the bomb and wrap back towards A, in through the spawn, with just Nitro potentially coming in through the underpass or just splitting B to try and be a distraction to Fnatic. And Liquid, they have the smokes for the setup. They want to go for a typical execute, so we may see that, but Golden's posted, poised and ready. Yeah,
who wins this, Hugo, Golden or Zeus?
Deagle over CZ at this range.
All right, here we go. Peek comes in. Zeus tag. No one. It's a stalemate. For the time being, both players still alive. Golden going to go ahead for me. Casual retreat. Tries to hold things close. Zeus is there. Wants to try and get revenge for the previous damage. He took JW. He's the man to find it. Secret option C. It was JW to peek on out. Takes himself a second. Wants to try and make it 3. Somehow still alive. Damage done. But the trades do come in. And now it's just Flusher. Okay. He's a bit of a CZ king, this man is. Pulled it back to the one-on-one. Now he waits in CT, pressure's on, there's only 15 seconds. Nitro going to go ahead and commit to try and take the fight. Flusher peeks on out, 6 bullets left, time ticking away, Nitro finds it.
Well, Liquid, they keep their streak strong. They should be able to head to 9, but that certainly came down closer than it should have. That's why you've always got to get worried when you see Fnatic on a force buy round, because they can always put up kills like that. But now, Liquid should have a far more comfortable time. Fnatic aren't investing, not a penny. A lone P250 actually on Golden, but that's going to be it across the entire board. As Liquid, they show a couple of SMGs, still keep the AKs in play, so no pistols for themselves, but fast towards underpasses JW, and fast to die as well. JDM catches him out with the MAC-10. So a free kill gone his way to start things off, and Zeus is just going to run up into the A bombs like that. I mean, that's ballsy, I'll give it to him, but it's not going to find anything. He goes down to Crims, and Liquid, instead, they're just going to walk up into the B bomb site. Kills being caught from every angle. There's a Liege, he huts back towards short. There's 2, make it 3 Liege, why not? Just clean anti-eco, JDM cleans up, and Liquid 9 rounds. Nothing too fancy. We're just waiting for the buy of Fnatic, and here it is.
Yeah, buy to come on in. We have the AWP up for JW. Doesn't have armor behind it, though. Going to be the glass cannon for Fnatic. 3 FAMAS is brought up as well as they look to try and bring the once kind of dead assault rifle back from the grave. That allows them to get the extra utility here while still maintaining the range that an SMG perhaps lacks. Smoke goes down over here in mid. That allows Liquid to start to take some control. And they are going to go ahead and try and seize that early on with 4 players over in middle. For Liquid, this is a heavy mid presence. Flushes up on short. Smoke going to start to dissipate down in window. JW's allowed to peek on out. Oh, that flick was quick. Nitro, though, able to land it. Takes him down. Will be tagged to 16 HP in the process. Ooh.
Cheeky bog down.
Yeah, you love to see that.
Never forget. While Liquid still man advantage to play with, and Fnatic running out of utility. One flashbang, no kits, no AWP as that's gone from JW, so they've really got to start worrying. Liquid, another frag goes their way. That's a Liege boosted up into the window, but he's traded, doesn't expect the close position, so Flusha does catch a kill in response. But the bomb hasn't committed just yet. Luckily, Flusha goes to the right read. So one player already on the site, that's Golden. He's now got some support from another fellow Swede, but Zeus knows where he is. He pre-fires, so he goes for it. Zeus, quick in, and Twist follows up. It's Liquid all over the board this round. Fnatic going to be cordoned out of that A-bomb site. And 10 rounds in the favor of the North American side. They're starting to take a lead, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, they've gone ahead and taken it. Bit of a storm as well. That round was clean. It's a team ace. Everyone pulls their weight. Now for Fnatic, there's no money left. The banks of the Swedes have run dry. While they will be faced with a decision, do they? Actually, you're just going to see them partial by down. But I think it was Lekro, if I recall, and he saw it for a few seconds. Put in a little bit extra money in this round.
Yeah. He does like a good old deagle in armor.
He does like a deagle.
It's very common that Fnatic will just eco and Lekro will be like, no, I'll just get a deagle, just in case. Just, you know, could do something. With this loss bonus, I mean, they may as well invest, right? You can get CZs across the board. The issue is you can't get CZ armor unless you want to drop to Lekro's money. And if you look at Lekro's money, he's going to only have 5k next round. You know, I say only, that's a lot of money, but you won't be able to get a full set of Molotov, HE, Smoke, Flash, and then a kit with that, you know, with an M4 and head armor, or even body armor. So the rest of Fnatic playing it a little more conservatively, but Lekro will still have enough. Again, if he doesn't buy up a kit, someone else does that, shouldn't be an issue. You can have a couple of players just go a little bit over the top, and Crims and Lekro are those men right here, right now. But they've got to make it work. Flash is also up on the deke, he's posted on middle, but Liquid, they've sent a lot of players out there, and he's got no real support from any of his team. JW only has a P250, so he can't really peek at this kind of range. Flusha just plays it safe, spams the box, doesn't go for the full fight. Gives up mid to Liquid as they send a player in through the underpass. A slow approach here for the T side once again. Got to make sure of all rounds, this is one they take clean.
JW's up and winner, that smoke going to go down. Does keep him away as it just starts to dissipate, doesn't quite manage to do it. Crims gets tagged a little bit in through the spam spot there in connector. Flusha waits in short. Molotov disappears, he's able to get himself one. Twist is there to trade, now the pressure's on for Lekro. He has the armor and the deagle, he invested into this. We know how much he likes to dance with the deagle. He goes down though, no such tango inside of the site. JW going to do what he can, comes in on the flank, does manage to get one, but it all falls to Golden. Liquid in with an 11th round. 11-9 is the scoreline right now. The buy can come back in for Fnatic. JW gets himself the AWP with armor behind it. Pretty much everything he would like as well. Nice little utility belt to accompany him.
Well, it's coming to these buy-on-buys. Liquid seem to be doing well, but it's the anti-ecos they struggle a little bit. The second round came down to the 1v1. That game came down to the 2v1. Fnatic are doing work with the pistols. Now they're looking to do work with the rifles as the AWP posted on mid. It does have a quick rotation available to that A site as well as Crims, and that's exactly where Liquid want to go. They just burst in through the smoke. No smoke set up for them. Instead, it will be on the fly. As Crims does defend from the connector, he'll have to fall back, tagged to only 19. Zeus does follow up, so at least trade comes in for Liquid, but smokes are yet to go down, and JW, he's allowed to freely roam towards a CT spawn. He could stop the bomb going down here, he could catch the player moving out the palace, but it's an open plant. This is down for short, but Fnatic have control of that exact position. Liquid can't take mid just yet. Crims is still standing. However, if they get rid of him, Liquid will have the post plant set up perfectly, and that will surely be the round their way. I mean, I don't see a way Fnatic can retake this now with the post plants Liquid have, but they're going to give it their best shot.
Oh, that nade does good damage. Nitro's able to trade, keep things in favor of Liquid, and Elijah, he's tagged very low, going to go ahead and play passive down in mid. JW goes walking to the crosshair of Nitro, who's been hitting his shots in these last couple of rounds, and now it's Flusha. 1v3, not meant to be. Does manage to get rid of Nitro, but that's it for him. Even as he looks to try and save, Elijah still a big threat here waiting down in lower tunnels. Flusher is weary of that idea, though. Going to go running in, see if he can get his hand on anything, which he can't. And well, now for Liquid, they're looking good here. Buy comes back in for them. JDM going to be allowed to get himself the AWP. Plenty of money. Nitro had 12 grand before he reinvested. Now it's 7,500. Buying's not an issue into the future here for Liquid. Only man who's a little bit questionable is Zeus, but even then he's shown he's more than happy to go onto that CZ. JDM, look at this. This is fast. Goes charging up ramp. Looks to try and catch them off guard. Peek about to come through from stairs, but he just misses the timing on it. Crim's actually going to tag him and send him reeling back from ramp. Well, now for Liquid, they're going to look to try and focus their attention in towards middle. Twist up in apartments as well. Could be going blow for blow with Lecro sometime soon. They're going to reroute in through lower tunnels. As Liquid once again make mid their focal point. And this is normally something Fnatic are very good at holding. We normally see a crossfire between Flusher, JW, and usually Crims inside of this kind of trifecta between connector, window, and short. Although this time hasn't been working out for them. And now the pressure's on for Lecro as he's got 4 players walking his way. He's up close. Able to find the first. Deeg's deadly up close, but Twist is deadlier. And now Flusher, effectively a 1v4 for him here as they do come his way. Barreling in, he only takes 1 before the trade comes through. That's the 1 rifle taken down from Fnatic, leaving it on the pistol armor players to try and mop this round back up.
JW going to be one of those few as well. Zeus posted, but he comes around the angle, walks to his death. Fnatic seem to be falling out of this round, and it's only Crims left standing. Instantly, Team Liquid make it theirs. And that was so unlucky for Fnatic as well. Lecro early round, while we had Twist in the underpass, Lecro had taken deep apps control. He sat in that kitchen position, so that allowed Fnatic to put 4 on A, or near A at least, near the window. So Liquid, they decide to go back towards B. They rotate, group up again in the apartments, and then, you know, Lecro spots the first, but everyone else on Fnatic is on the A site, so they have such a long rotation back in. The Liquid are always going to be taking that bomb site in, you know, good time, just due to the misinformation gained from Lecro's push. Either way, into another buy for Fnatic, and this has to be a win, doesn't it, Harry? Otherwise, this is going to be all over.
Can't help but feel like that's the case. I am a believer, though, Hugo. Fnatic are a team that are resilient. The one issue I'm seeing is usually a man that they're very dependent on Mirage, especially for his hold on the A-bomb site. Is Golden. He's only got 4 frags right now. So the coach of Liquid is actually got over double his kills, which is always a bit demoralizing. Liquid going to be taking control of middle. Flusher does reside here on short. They're going to be allowed to get that for free as Flusher hasn't peeked on out just yet. They might even try boosting up into window. They're going to go ahead and smoke it off, and now they boost the man up to try and contend with Flusher up on short. Bomb still resides all the way back over in apartments. So it's not the A play as they've initially signaled. Going to start to now wrap back through lower tunnels. He sneak on in, leaving a Legion connected to try and cut off these rotations. Zeus starts his rotation back. Lecro and Flusher, 2 heavy hitters here for Fnatic inside of this B-bomb, so they have to try and step up now to hold back the oncoming onslaught from Team Liquid.
There's no utility here. They can't delay it. And while there's 30 seconds left for these T's to push, it's enough when you don't have a single flashbang or smoke to hold back a push. Lecro plays contact once again. He spots it. First kill, bomb drop. That allows for the full rotation, but he doesn't need it. 2 kills have come in. And while Elige may be doing his lurk towards the connector, he's the only man standing. All of a sudden, Fnatic run wild over the round. And Lecro finds 3 frags with JW supporting. Elige looks to save, but he may even die after time. There's 5 seconds left. And Flusher's hunting. He spotted him. He wants to wait till after the time. Of course he does, it's Flusher, but he takes a kill just before. So Fnatic, 10 rounds up. They keep themselves up strong, but they're going to need a lot more if they want to take this victory, because Liquid, they can just get the reset right here, and I don't know, that will spell disaster for Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, that said, Liquid, their money has fast run dry here on the T side. They're a decent bit banked up. But now that does get called into question. It's a good shot for Fnatic to start to pull this back and make a recovery. It's going to be aggression in through mid very, very quickly as Elige and Nitro, they're already down short. Flusher is posted up, able to find 1 through the smoke, but Nitro answers back. Pushes on in, and now the pressure's on for Lecro. JW does arrive to try and alleviate some of that, which he will. Shuts down the man up in apartments. Lecro makes a stand once again, and it's a big-time play from Lecro as he picks up 2, wants to try and make it 3. Nitro's left in an almost impossible clutch. 1 minute, 12 seconds left. Nitro, he's been a key player for Liquid. Able to find the first on a golden and a second to Lecro. Now JW doesn't want to go peeking into this. Nitro, 13 HP. 1 minute left. Time aplenty, but Crims and JW left to try and overcome. That is no easy feat. He's going to go for the bomb plant. He will be allowed to get it down. Fnatic, now they're the ones on the clock. Nitro has to ace this for the win. They're going to come pushing in. Holds close to W's wrap round from behind, Ooh. Finds the frag, Nitro goes down, Defuse does come in, but it got very dicey there for Fnatic very, very quickly.
Yeah, it just makes me question what Golden's doing, running out like that. Maybe that was part of the plan. He's just playing bait again, so 1v4, you can, you know, send a bait player out and just try and trade off of him, but when the trade doesn't come through, Nitro knows there's a second man on the site, so Fnatic almost threw that one away. As you said, dicey as ever, so the attack this time comes out from Liquid, and that's due to Fnatic actually managing to wrap a couple of rounds on the board. It was starting to look like Liquid could have just run away with the game, but Fnatic is still proving they're alive and kicking. They want to kick Liquid to the grave, but they've still got a couple of rounds left before they even equal. So Liquid taking a short pause to work out how they want to approach the remainder of these rounds. The double B play doesn't work on either round. They get the plant at the very least. Opt for a little bit more money. The buy should be okay for this one, but we'll have a look. Actually, no, thinking about it, no, shouldn't be okay. It should just be too little, right? Because they only got third round loss and an 800 for bomb plants. That's about 3,200 before buy. So no, it won't be a buy. No, it isn't. They have CZs, they have armor, they have P250s and Deagles, but they shouldn't have a round.
And it's the A play, fast and fluid from Liquid. They're going to be rushing on in. Zeus the first man down for Crims. He's having to get himself 2. The trade does come in. There's still a man here though, it's Golden. He's been struggling, but now's a chance for him to try and make a stand. He only takes 1. And JW, the pressure's on for him here. Wants to try and deny this plant. The bomb's allowed to cross because the smokes have rained in. Elige takes aggression to CT, not like this Fnatic. Twist and Elige, 2 versus 2. Twist's allowed to get himself an M4 to try and work with. Elige starts a wrap through CT to try and keep Fnatic on their toes and catch them off guard. It leaves all the pressure on Twist, though, to stay alive. He falls back into CT. JW has pushed in. Flusher. And JW wants just a terrifying duo to come up against. Now have to try and clutch this out. Elige falls on that lengthy flank round. Twist 1v2 through the smoke. Gets rid of Flusher. JW now going to go ahead and get on that bomb. Twist peeks into it. He's going to be sticking it, but Twist does it. 4 frags. 1 versus 2. Versus 2 of the most elite players from Fnatic. And he makes it work.
And even I thought that was impossible. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, oh, Flusher's so aware. He's watching his back. He's making sure Elige can't flank. He catches it. No way Twist wins it. But that was so well played from Twist. He lines up the bomb position before the smoke goes down. So when it pops, he knows that as soon as someone gets on the bomb, he can spray him through the smoke accurately. That's 1 kill guaranteed, assuming he doesn't get rushed. And he gets it and just jumps up on top of the CZ and cleans up like you say. So Liquid, they find themselves a 14th in a crazy fashion. Fnatic now have no money because they lost against an eco. Liquid weren't even planning on winning that round. They were just looking to keep Fnatic's economy low, and they've done that and take 14. So looking to close it out here and now. Well, a couple away. But this will be the best opportunity. With Fnatic now having no loss bonus and also having no money to fall back on, next round will be worse than this. So Liquid, if they can find this 1 round, it'll be 2K for Fnatic. That'll be it.
3 players pushing down short. JW waits here. And I mean, he wants to try and swing out for a vengeance. Wants to get revenge for the play in the previous round. Does find damage. That's it for him. Elige is taking aggression up in the ladder room. Now watches the window with his prying eyes in through the vents. Denies all that area. Nitro waits on ramp. The bomb starts the rotation round. Liquid going to try playing for A once again. Golden's here with the MP9. He struggled with the rifles. This SMG can wreak havoc, though, up close. Elige still over on short. Flusher going to go down. Manify is taken out. The push comes in. Liquid, well, they're able to find the first on a Golden. Does find some damage. Spreads it thinly across. JW goes bounding on in, but will be shut down. And now it's Crims from CT. The pressure's on. It's crunch time for Crims. He's able to find himself the first.
No.
Time's ticking away. He's gone ahead and bought enough peaks on. Now JDM finds the frag and Letgrow. Well, he's got one, but he still has two left to find. Holds the angle, waits for Elige, just misses the timing there. JDM, here's him coming in. Elige actually jumps around from behind, just misses it, but JDM's there to find it all day long. And Liquid, they're going to go ahead and arrive at match point. 15-11, Hugo. It was a 9-6 half in favor of Fnatic. And now they've pulled it back.
That round was so timing as well. Not only did Flusha just peek up on short and go down when Elige is trying to create that lurk issue, you know, just trying to bait out and get himself a frag, but also Letgrow kills Nitro 1 second after he plants a bomb. A second earlier, and he stops a bomb, he wins the round surely, because Elige wasn't in position to get in the flank then. That could have been all over for Liquid, at least in that round, but Fnatic won't be able to claw their entire way back. They take their second last tactical pause, been using a lot of them, but not to much success. As you said, Harry, only 2 rounds this entire half. This is far from optimal for the Fnatic side. Liquid, 15, a big upset ahead of them. Again, this is a team that has not won a game apart from an overtime match versus Astralis. A big win, yes, but they also have taken 2 losses in this group stage. So Liquid looking far from flawless, and this is going to be their chance to keep themselves in this group and, you know, give themselves a better option to actually get off into the playoffs. That would be a big win for them. And versus Fnatic of all teams, currently sitting 2nd place in the group. It's Crims getting aggressive on ramp here in the 27th round, trying to make a play for Fnatic. We talked about how if they lost that round, their money would be at a max 2k, and it is. Nothing to play with. 3 pistols, 2 SMGs, and Liquid looking for the A split.
Yeah, wrapping in through lower tunnels. Fnatic, they've stacked 4 players over here on A. And this is do or die for the Swedes. JW going to start to peek in towards middle. This peek could be his last in this matchup. Does spot Nitro. Doesn't get taken down just yet. Now the push comes in over towards ramp. Golden holds close, has support from Crims. Starts to creep on in. Golden's able to find the first onto Zeus. Twist wants to try and keep things even, which she will. Keeps pushing on in. Now they've lost Golden. Flusha wants to try and make a stand. The CZ is Flusha's best friend. Crim's going to get rid of one. Bomb's been allowed to make its way into the site, though. Elige and Nitro, 24 HP between them. Crims is on ramp. Letgrow starts to peek on through. Finds the first. Onto Elige. Nitro, 20 HP. And a 1 versus 2 would be required. Time's ticking away. Crims pushing up through ramp, tries to keep the man on his toes. Walks on in close. The pre-fire comes through. Crims finds the frag. And then the defuse comes in for Fnatic. A 12th round. As Crims doubles down. They do find a lifeline, Hugo.
However, it may only be temporary. Liquid still have money. And so this could easily be a closeout here and now, although Fnatic, yeah, they've come off the back of winning a round with only 3 pistols and 2 SMGs, and now they can go into rifle buys. So Liquid call out a pause of their own. We've had 6 pauses so far this map, across just 27 rounds. Liquid, I barely blame them for this one because they've got to be careful. Again, all it's going to take is not only this round for Fnatic, but then an anti-eco and then 1 more buy-on-buy. So Fnatic can get back to OT with just 2 buy rounds here. But again, for those unaware of the format here, if you win an OT match, you only get, is it 2 points?
Yeah.
2 points. You get 1 point for an overtime loss at the very least, but 2 points compared to the regular 3 you get for winning in regulation time. Every point matters, especially on a group this close. Not only a group this close, but a group so upside down, with teams like FaZe and Astralis not even looking good so far, but they're yet to play the majority of their games. That will happen up later today and at the moment, I think. But let's stick here for now. Liquid, utility isn't the best for this buy. They've got a couple of smokes and flashes. AWP up on JDM as well. JW in a similar story. He's posted. He's up in the window room as JDM looks for a pick. He may find it. He does. What a flick to Crims. As now Liquid, they just burst off the back of that contact play as they now have the A site. Fnatic are up on a 3-on-5 retake, and they're going to have to do the almost impossible to stop this. But the bomb, it's down. Flusha finds Zeus through the smoke, and Liquid, they've lost a man, a key man, but no way, he does it again. Flusha, he's making this round happen. Liquid are going for so many open plants, and it's going to come back to haunt them. Luckily, Elige just eventually dropped Flusha, but Fnatic have still 2 players up in the CT spawn.
Oh, JW, that's fast. He's made it a 2-on-2. Bomb still dropped out in the open. Gonna leave Lecro in CT. Elige and Twists. 2 versus 2 here for them to win out the match here and now. They've gone and got the bomb. They're going to start to make their way over towards B, but JW, he's actually repositioned all the way over towards short. He can watch the bomb go down here from this angle, and on top of that, he can also protect the B bomb site. So it's a smart play from Fnatic to post the man up here. They've read the situation well. So Elige and Twist seemingly having disappeared into thin air on this A bomb site. It's a hero play, though, from Flusher that's brought this back. Let's hope none of this is in vain. JW going to miss that first shot. Now starts to fall back. They go pushing in, but Twist bites the bullet. Electro gets rid of Elige, and that's Fnatic living to fight another day. 13-15. They've reset the economy of Liquid. And look at this from Flusher. He's able to find the first, then he goes back for more. I mean, this man, he loves being witch hunted, he does, doesn't he?
You can't help it, Harry. You can't help it. When Liquid are going for that many open plants in a 5-on-3, yeah. I get the idea, right? They have so many men up. Fnatic only have 3. If you go for an open plant and you actually get it down, it's so good because you can just defend from every position on the site. But sometimes it's not worth it. And that's one of those rounds that it's just not worth the risk. When you have a 5-on-3, plant default, you're still going to win the round. Fnatic should never find that retake, but it's all down to Flusher. And he has made this one possible. Liquid have to give up this round, and I don't think they're going to get much out of it as well. Dunk onto Elige. Flusher cleans up the job. JW finds one, but he does go down at the very least. That should be an AWP that Fnatic need to save, because their money is far from pristine right now. Golden already looking to do that, but he's got to watch out for the boost. As 2 players sit towards short and lower middle, Liquid confined by Molotovs. It's now all on Nitro. So Fnatic, it looks like 14 will be their score. And they're going to have to be 1 away from OT. However, Nitro, if he finds a gun, anything, is possible.
Those shots just clip him. Desperately trying to find a rifle here, but there isn't any over towards mid. Flushes up on short, looks to try and get rid of him. He's only on 5 HP, so this PT50 is deadly. Double peek about to come through, though. Flusher finds it. Fnatic 14-15. It all comes down to this round, Hugo. Will we be seeing overtime here in our first game of the day? Or are we going to be seeing this one over and done with? It's been a hard-fought battle from Fnatic, but they've laid down the path. They've blazed the trail to this comeback, and it all now comes down to this one pivotal moment. 1 round, Hugo, to decide whether or not we see overtime here.
And Liquid far from the best position with money. They have about 4,400, so rifles are good. Bit of utility. But full sets, no. Fnatic certainly poised better than Liquid are in this round, as they have been the last couple, all off of those heroic plays from Flusher. If they win the map, it's all down to that kill from Flusher, or that double kill from Flusher. That's made it, because Liquid, they got those double entries on the A bomb site. They took a 5-on-3, and they lost it because of a bomb plant that couldn't go down on the site. Now they're back on AK, so no AWP to contend with that of JW's. So it's a big round here for Liquid. They've got to make it happen. Do they play contact again towards the A bomb site? We've got the bomb here. We've got one more player joining. Smokes to be set up, but without a full commitment outside of A, it makes me think that they're just trying to throw in the outside connector smokes. So Liquid can take control towards connector, burst into the window room, and clean up the retaking Fnatic players. But we'll see. And this full utility Fnatic will easily hold off this play from Liquid as the smokes rain over. Molotovs are going to be thrown in response. Liquid hit heavy towards the top of middle, and Flusher is there. He'll spot it. He won't see the bomb, though. That's still outside of ramp. As Liquid haven't shown too much of their hand just yet, they're going to look towards connector, and I think this is exactly what we were expecting. The split up through the A bomb site.
Flusher still holds over here at short. Smokes down, but this man, he just shoots straight through them. JDM going to go to get rid of Crimson Connector. That could be the difference maker. They've got themselves a way in towards the A-bomb site. Now the pressure falls onto Lecro and Golden to try and keep Liquid at bay. Golden's been spotted. Flusher starts to push through short. The rotation's coming in from JW. But it's still the 2 men inside of the site that have to lay down the gauntlet, and they will. Lecro does it. 2 frags for him as we head on through to overtime.
What a ridiculous game. From how fast-paced this was in the first half, where it was just Fnatic quick hitting mid in a bomb site every single round, to finally Liquid getting some grasp in the second half, a clean pistol, the anti-ecos, the buys, everything going in their favor, and one failed plant, or two failed plants, has cost them OT. Yes, they still may be able to run out with the win, but they'll only get 2 points for a victory at this point now. And with how close these groups are shaping up to be, Liquid, they need every single one they can get, so they can't afford to give it up now. We're straight in. 6 rounds here, potentially, in the first OT. However, there's the option for many more, as I'm sure has been going across pretty much every game, or every team so far in the ESL Pro League finals. Had a lot of OTs, and this is no exception.
And Liquid, I mean, they came so close. Now they're desperate to pick this up, even if it is an overtime for Fnatic. It's been a hard-fought comeback to bring this back now to overtime. And JW, you love to see that. Quick peek into mid. Man of Fire is taken early on for the Swedes. Smoke goes down into window. He goes through. Nitro and Twist. They're going to go ahead and eat that nade as Twist gets boosted up. Oh, maybe not. Go ahead and dismantle that nice and quickly. Make it look like it was on purpose. They give it a little look round, and now they don't send him back up there. JW about to peek in. The smoke dissipates in with a second. Oh, and a third. JW, you love to see it. He mops up 3 down in mid. Twist 1 versus 4. Alone in middle. The bomb is there. That's his only friend, but Flush is about to drop on by and give him some company. Twist goes down. Fnatic up 16-15. And we're seeing some confidence injected back into this Swedish roster.
Imagine if they win this as well. Imagine if they pull it all the way back.
This is the most JW thing you've ever seen. Bam.
You could just see he was hiding around the smoke. As soon as it starts to dissipate, you're like, oh, he's going to go for the peak, because there's no way they expect it, right? It's so JW. 16 rounds up for Fnatic. First of OT going their way. They need 4 to find a victory. If they could get a flawless CT side, that would certainly set them off on the right footing after a strong T side as well came in. But look at this from Letgro. Quick towards the top of middle. 1 frag in. Traded by a Liege, but the damage done is certainly worth it, and that will help as well. JW drops the AWP of JDM. So now Liquid not only a man down, but also with a Liege sitting on 4 HP. Might even just opt to take the AWP. Not common to be picking up that gun, but there is another one dropped as JW. He's been found. Now Liquid, they're going to hit the A site, or at least Zeus will, but he's being flanked. He doesn't realize Crims is right behind him, but Crims is actually wrapping in through the spawn. Zeus finds a kill on the A-bomb site. Golden's dead, so now Crims has to reconvene back with his team. Up towards A he goes, and he catches Zeus in the midst. So now Fnatic, they've shut down this round, and Liquid, who looked like they wanted to wrap through the T-spawn, are now going back to B.
Alicia's only 4 HP, though. They're going to start to push on in. Flusher stands here alone. Aggression going to come through from Twist. He actually pushes up towards Kitchen, gets caught off guard. Elige, 4 HP, but able to get the first. And now it's Crims in a 1 versus 1. Elige, only 4 HP to his name. Has to finish this off with a 3K to win this out for Liquid. Time ticking away. Crims is the man on the clock. That bomb acting like a second man for Liquid here. Crims starts to peek on in. Time's ticked very low. Crims has left himself with hardly any time to work with. Elige holds the angle. Crims going to go walking out. Elige does it. 4 HP. He's going to make it happen. 3 frags. The hat-trick locked in. And Liquid, they're going to take that all day long.
That's exactly what they needed as well. Well, we have 16k MR3, which means money should not be an issue for the 3rd round anyway. Liquid could not have allowed Fnatic to run away with 3 rounds on CT, because again, we look back to their 9-6 half in favor of them. They were so good on that T side. Liquid need everything they can get on their T side before Fnatic have a chance to run wild and be let loose. It's a double up now. First time we've seen it from the Fnatic team as they bring in both Letgro and JW on those rifles. One posted up on the A bomb site, the second up in B. That's Letgro. As Liquid, they put focus on middle, but Golden, he's not had the best of games today, but he's looking to change that. He's again up into the Palace. The position that Twist was taking so much control of in the first half as well. Golden's got information, and he's cleared out A. They now know that Team Liquid are putting a lot of pressure on middle as well. As the bomb wraps in through B apps, Fnatic, they should be able to bolster this B defense if need be, just because of this push from Golden. But they yet to send in a rotation. That's a surprising thing. They just give up short. As Flusher falls back, they still only have 2 players to contend with this bomb working through B, but look at Golden. He's gone so deep into the enemy lines, he's all the way back into the spawn, and he may be able to catch out the bomb before it even commits.
JDM starts to rotate back. Zeus has been spotted. No. Golden.
He's being flanked.
Get about to find one. Here's JDM now in the back line. And Golden tries to just shower them in death, but that's not going to be the case. JDM does manage to find it. 4 on 4. JW, that's fast. Going to get rid of Elige. Shuts him down. Man advantage retaken here for Fnatic. And now posted up in apartments. It's Lekro holding aggressive with the AWP. Tags down Nitro. Going to go get the hell out of there as this push comes through. There's only 20 seconds left. That nade could do serious damage, but it doesn't. JW, they line up for him. 2 frags at the end. And Fnatic, a 17-16 scoreline at the end of this first overtime. I mean, JW, I love to see it.
It's so great, isn't it? 3 kills that round, just styling. I'd love to see the scoreboard as well soon.
He nearly got the triple collateral. That's what I was hoping for, you know.
The dream, man. 31 kills. Lekro's on 30. They're doing so well. No one is playing bad on Fnatic. Golden's a little bit behind. But other than that, 25 to 31 on the top 4 players, that's sick. It's just a shame Golden's not having the same performance, because this game would be over if he was. Either way, we've got the same story for Liquid. Zeus sitting on 12. We've got 31 for Elige. So he's been the man to step up, or one of the many for Liquid. They've all had their rounds. Now fast into middle, it's Nitro, AWP up on short. Lekro drops JDM, so the second AWP dead, or at least the first, but Nitro's still up, still alive and kicking up on short with his own scoped rifle as he waits for Fnatic to approach. It's Elige instead, quick through the connector with 2 kills, and now Fnatic have been shut down, given a taste of their own medicine, as they have to wrap back towards the A bomb site and pull out a 2v4. But Harry, the amount of 3v5s that Fnatic have won so far this game, a 2v4 with the A bomb site playing for retake, certainly not undoable.
Yeah, it's Golden and Crims, not the usual tag team duo I would expect to see. Clutches out, but Crims is a man who can keep his cool in these clutches. Golden, of course, the newest member of this Fnatic roster. IGL, and he has been struggling a little bit. It's this flank from Elige that could shut them down. As he wraps up into Palace. Looks to try and rain King in this A bomb site. Bomb plant going to come in from Golden any second now. Crims, he has to be ready. He has to be quick on his feet to trade this one out. He does turn his attention up towards Palace. The situation's read well, but the timing's bad, and Elige doubles down, gets himself 2. Defuse going to come on in, and Elige 4 frags in total in that round. He's been key for Liquid. He's been putting up numbers. He wants to try and get them back into this, and that's the start they needed here in the second half of this overtime.
35 kills now. Now Elige is the man to watch out for this matchup. Not been the flashiest, but he's certainly had more than enough impact this game. Now it's equaled up again. First team to hit 19 out of the next 2 rounds will win. Otherwise, we're going to a second overtime. Frankly, I think that's the more realistic scenario in this setup, because these teams are so closely matched, clearly. Elige quickly up on top of the cinder blocks once again. And Fnatic once more focused towards top and middle. 2 players back up there. They've got the B apartments, but this time they actually have a man up in the Palace. That's to stop this flank. This Twist was so pivotal in getting behind them in the first half from Fnatic originally on this T side. Twist constantly was an issue. So Fnatic need to be aware of that. And they are, at least for the very time being. JW, he's scoped up on the apartments. He spots it. There's Nitro dead. The first AWPer gone for Liquid. So Fnatic with a man advantage, but he's got to be careful. He's alone. He's not tradable. So can't afford to overstay his welcome up in the apartments, but instead it's Elige. Once again, the man to watch out for, I guess, up on short, dropping Lekro. So back into a 4-on-4. Fnatic all split up. They need to group and hit a bomb site.
Yeah, Fnatic, they've grinded to a halt. They've slowed right down. Bombs rotating back through T-spawn. Golden does reside here alone in mid. 3 players grouped up for Fnatic over here towards A, with Golden holding for the rotations. JDM and Twists down in CT. 1 smoke goes out. Now the push comes in. They start to soar on through. Golden's allowed to make his way up into connector. A spot to Elige out on short. He finds his frag. That's massive. Golden, he steps up, takes down Elige. Oh, JW finds Twist. The trade does come in from JDM. as he desperately tries to claw things back. Zeus and JDM now, 2 versus 3. Time ticking down. And this flank coming in from Flusher could make all the difference. This round could very easily elude Liquid, especially if Flusher's given time to get in the mid, which he has been given plenty of. The peak's only just coming in from the CT side. Here's Flusher, gets rid of JDM. It's Zeus left 1v3, and Golden snuffs him out. A step up there from the IGL of Fnatic, who has been struggling a little bit here in that round. 2 frags for him as he cements an 18th on the board for Fnatic. They're now 1 away from finally closing this out. Let's not forget, Hugo, they had the lead at the end of that first half. Then Liquid pulled it all the way back to 15 rounds, and then we saw Fnatic, I think it was take 4 consecutively without dropping anything to bring us through to overtime.
What a performance from both teams as well. Neither one can be sad at, the result of this, but it's going to be heartbreaking if Liquid lose this after the lead that they've thrown away themselves, as you said it yourself. Fnatic, this is what they're known for. Comebacks, Harry. At least the original roster. And apparently with the core 3, that still remains intact. Crims, Flusher, JW, everyone playing well right now. Fnatic, a slow-paced round this time. They don't go as fast as they were in that first half. Knowing that money is no longer an issue with having 16k MR3, Liquid can fully buy down to the ends of the earth. So Molotovs are always going to be an issue for Fnatic. Smoke up towards middle for Golden. As that goes over, Fnatic, they're going to look towards the A site. Bomb wrapping in through the spawn. Window smoked off. Leech can't catch that connector, but he can move back up to short. This is a position he got taken down by Golden in the previous, but this time, with the crossfire enabled by JDM being up in the connector, they may be able to defend this, but Liquid don't know where it's coming in through yet. They don't even know it's A. Finally, JDM spots 1, so he gets a kill into JW, and Leech may be able to stop it as well. He may be able to shut down this whole operation as a split through middle is there. He's in time, and he stops it before Lekro gets a kill. He does damage, but Leech, caught by Flusher in the window, is now back into a 3-on-3, and the bomb wraps back towards B.
JDM and Flusher is so incredibly close. And I don't think they knew it came from window. I think they think it came from lower tunnels. Luckily enough, he does start to cross shadow. Spotted, JDM shuts him down. Golden and Crims once again at 2 versus 3. They weren't able to do it last time they were left in this clutch scenario. Can they do it this time? Zeus is the only man that stands between them and this B bomb. Site is denied. The bomb plant, there's no time left. And it will be double OT, Hugo. We'll be seeing it come through as Liquid, they fight back. 18-18, and we head through to a second overtime.
Why not? Why not? Give me 3 at this point. I'm loving this. This is so good. Everyone having times and everyone stepping up. Zeus dropping the bomb in a pivotal moment to keep Liquid in this matchup. I feel like the team should get more points the more OTs they go into, because this is getting ridiculous.
I don't know, because then you just get more points for winning an OT like 5 times.
And then, no.
That's crazy.
It was only a joke, but
I know, but I'm going to overanalyze it.
You're going to call me out for it. Okay.
Look at Elise, 37 frags right now. He's almost dropped 40 kills in this game. He's doing absolutely insane, Hugo. And already over in towards mid. Well, Fnatic turn their attention here a little bit faster than we've seen. JW straight in through lower tunnels.
And they were playing off spawns as well. Lekro's actually taken the AWP, so that's something to note. I wonder if they'll swap it back or if he's actually going to be playing that so far this round. But in the meantime, as pointed out, Zeus is pushed and he's going to continue. Flush is holding, he's ready and he gets it, but there's still a player up in the apartments. Got to be careful because Nitro's posted on the angle, misses a shot as a nade comes in. Good fake from Flusher, he uses the nade to allow him to cross safely. So now he's still alive, and now Fnatic want to hit this B bomb site, but Nitro's there, he's flashed out in the open. Lekro finds a kill with the AWP, and Leeds runs back in. He's been playing out of his mind this game, he's got to do it again, but it's not enough. 1 frag, Twist does the same, but it's a 1v3 back into the bomb site after that kill into JW.
And while Twist, pressure's on now, wants to try and do this some justice. Golden is the man inside of the site. Lekro and Flusher holding a bit more passive up towards Short and Apps respectively. Twist starts to sneak on in, time's ticking down. Golden going to peek on into this. Twist's able to find the first, now it's a 1v2, this isn't impossible. Lekro still at Short, going to make things very tricky for him as he taps on the bomb. The peek comes in from Short. This round should elude Twist here. There should be no way for him to make this work. Peek comes in from both players, playing this perfectly. Fnatic, they get themselves a 19th round as they win out the first in this second overtime. Good attempt from Twist, but the second you see that crossfire set up with no smoke, no utility, and time being so low, that round is far gone.
Yeah, the main issue is as soon as he taps the bomb, it will bait out the short player, right? Always. The Apps player can't do a thing about it. And instead of just holding onto the angle, killing the short player, and then fighting the Apps guy, he actually checks Apps. And at that point, Lekker's already peeked from short. He goes, okay, the site's clear, just don't peek. You know, he's not on the bomb. It's only a fake. And then JW just sits in the Apps and just doesn't take the fight because it's safer. So, yeah, main issue was not committing to the short angle there because that's the only place the bomb could have actually been stopped from. Nice attempt, though, nonetheless. It's a difficult situation to get yourself out of a 1v4. And now coming into this round, the second round of OT number 2, JDM's tagged up. He's down to just 14 HP posted in window, but now he's got to back off because there's players in the lower mid, JW and Elige exchange frags towards mid, and Elige hunts in for more as well. He's chasing Flusher, but he falls back. Knows not to overstep the mark. Flusher's allowed to live another day, but Elige certainly isn't. Caught by Lekro coming out of the palace, and now Fnatic look like they want to hit A, but where's the bomb going? It's backing off. It's not committed. Smoke may be being set up, or Crim's waiting for support, but it adds an element of surprise, as now Liquid are going to begin to second guess. With no one pushed out of A after that pick, they're starting to think, was this the right rotation? Are they really hitting A? And as a result, I imagine we're going to see a player rotate off. Yeah, Nitro and Zeus. They go for... Well, no, now only just Nitro. Zeus sticks with it. They've sent a player back towards B, which means now Fnatic only have 2 men to contend with towards a CT spawn. However, it's an AWP and Zeus.
Flash raids in, and that's perfect. Crims mops up both defenders. It is just Nitro left in a 1v4. AWP in hand. And I mean, this would be a monstrous clutch if he pulls it off, but it's not looking likely here. Bomb ticks away. Nitro going to go ahead and hold on to the AWP in the next round. Forced to save in overtime, and there's nothing more upsetting than that. It's going to be a 20th round for Fnatic. Remember, they need 22 to win this out. I mean, usually if a team goes flawless, then that's kind of the mark you look for. Liquid, the pressure's on now. They want to try and get themselves at least one. That's what we saw happen in the first overtime in the first half. Then they pulled it back into a second.
Yeah, at the very least, they had the strong T-side. Both teams did, so it is the T-side we expect to have more rounds, right? But as you say, 3 rounds, flawless half on OT, that could be very scary, and it's close to happening as well. This save really doesn't matter because the money's not an issue. You can see other players have enough money to drop over that AWP. So, yeah, it's not a round you go for, but realistically, holding onto the AWP won't make any difference into this buy. Nothing big at least. Technical timeout. 40 rounds in almost.
It's usually at this time.
It's bound to happen at one point, right?
It's usually at this time things start to give out.
Including the players.
With how quick some of these flicks have been from JW and Flusher, right? Like you can imagine their mice, their mouse pads, their everything starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah, his robotic arm has now stopped working. That's why the technical timeout's been called.
I imagine there's like burn marks in JW's mouse pad where he just flipped across so incredibly quick.
He has to change it each round.
But yeah, 20 to 18 right now. Liquid, the pressure is on here, Hugo. They don't want to allow Fnatic to go flawless. That's usually kind of the tipping point of what we see. At least they have their CT side coming, their T side coming up. That's the side that we have seen both of these teams have very good performances on. But they would then have to go flawless as well, unless they pick this round up. I think we could see 3 overtimes. I want to see 3 overtimes, you know? Everyone else has gotten to cast a 3 overtime game apart from you and I.
I know, we've really been left out on that, haven't we? Maybe this is our opportunity. We have plenty of good games today, though. I don't think our second game is one that leads to 3 overtimes, Luminosity FaZe, but hey, Luminosity have impressed us so far. But so have these 2 teams, and this is going the full distance, Harry, as we go into the 3rd round of Fnatic's T-side, looking to find it flawlessly. 21 is what they need. And into middle they go, but into middle so Liquid go. Zeus is up towards the top of mid, and he sprays and prays, but it's only Twist. Finds 2 kills. Flusher on the trade with a double himself, and now the double AWP remains for Liquid. Both scopes up, but on the wrong sides of the map as the bomb rotates back through the spawn towards A. Nitro may get caught moving through the window. JW just misses a barrel of the scope, but that'll be it. He spots it, and he gets the kill as well. Nitro dead leaves JDM alone. He catches it. It's not just JW who can land flicks. JDM certainly in that category, but now with him finding Crims, they just rotate. JW could hold the cross into the A bomb site, and Flusher can just play the bomb on B. JDM has to pull out a massive clutch here if he doesn't want to allow Fnatic to go flawless on their T side.
Yeah, he's going to be sneaking in through connector. JW and Flusher, they group on up. I mean, if you look back historically, this would have been two people you did not want to try and clutch it out against. But in recent times, they have been struggling. Pete goes in. JDM's found Flusher. And well, now JW 1v1 with JDM. The two AWPers about to go blow for blow as they both don rifles. In this retake, JDM plays it close. Flusher plays a dangerous game, holds it close in the sight. JDM's got no idea, and JW nerves of steel. He's right on the back, but he finds the frag. And that's a flawless half from Fnatic. 3 rounds, 21 to their name. They need 22. They only need to find a 1 round now on their CT side. Liquid, they have got an uphill battle now in this second half of the second overtime.
And 12 HP left on JW. Talk about it coming close. Elige on 39 frags, JW just behind on 37, but I can't even pick a man of the match. Is it Elige who's clawed his way through this match for his team, or is it JW who's again remained strong at the top, trying to carry Fnatic through everything? It seems like he may have finally done it, but they're only 1 round away. Crim's up into the palace. It's contact for Liquid and lots of contact as well. Crim spots it. He knows there's more than one, but luckily he's got Golden for support. He'll step up with 1, and so will JW just coming up through the stairs. Fnatic have mowed down Liquid, and it's going to be it. It's only JDM left, but JW in style through the smoke. I don't know about you, but Fnatic are feeling 22. They're up to the victory, and they take it in double OT versus Liquid.
You love to see that. Fnatic looking good. It was a fantastic first half from them on their T side. And then a shaky start to their CT side that allowed Liquid to retake a lead, make it to match point, and then we saw a monstrous comeback from Fnatic to pull us through not to 1 overtime, but to 2. And they finally managed to close it out. That was a spectacle.
What a good game to start off the day as well. Really get the blood pumping. I'm excited now. I'm really happy about that matchup. So many sick plays, so many clutches. Individually, players, everyone was going off. Everyone had their moments. Zeus and Golden a little bit behind, but they certainly had their impact. I mean, even look at Nitro, right? Not a man that we look on this team to be the firepower anymore with Twist and Elige playing so well, but Nitro had such a great game as well. Unfortunately, not good enough as Liquid do take a loss and Fnatic pull a comeback. So, now moving forward, I'm getting slightly worried for Liquid's place in this group.
Yeah, things do become tricky for them. There's the replay.
He actually hit Elige.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, he hits his shots, so you can't deny that. But no, I mean, I'm convinced we could piece together an entire frag movie based on just plays from this one game alone. What a fantastic way to kickstart today's matches. But there's still more to come, isn't there, Hugo? We have Luminosity versus FaZe coming up next, and I'm sure that's going to be just as thrilling. I saw there's just as many opportunities there for some insane frags to come through, but the bar has been set high by this first game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that because I want to see Cello again. This is a man that had such great performance up against Astralis when we watched them yesterday on Train that they almost won at some point. They got 16-10, they had a strong first half. It was the second where they fell apart, but Cello actually had the highest rating out of the entirety of all these teams yesterday. Yeah. If I'm correct, he did at one point, I think like 3/4 way through the day. I'm not sure if that remained, but at one point he had highest rating, which is sick. Out of you know, all teams, Luminosity I would say are the bottom seed coming into this event, and he has the highest rating. That's great. I want to see how he can do it against FaZe.
You know what I love? I said that we can make a whole frag movie out of these clips. Normally these little
it's still going.
Yeah, these little like replay things that we show last 30 seconds. This one has been going on for a couple of minutes, and there was still more to go in. You know, we could have kept that rolling.
It's not only Fnatic and Liquid playing overtime, but our replay guy's definitely playing overtime. He's going into overtime on work there. He's definitely going to be collecting a nice little bonus there. But either way, that'll be that game done. So as we said, Fnatic are going to take the victory. It takes a while, but they get there. And either way, FaZe versus Luminosity is going to be our next game here on the B stream. You do not want to miss it. After a game like that, I can be sure that this one will be just as fun. Be with us again in just a few minutes after the break.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the City of Odense, NVIDIA GeForce GTX, Lenovo Legion, Bedway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Tinderbox, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Try box. Stairs.
Nothing great ever happened without